Yeah, I'm gonna start my part two of my target individual story. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, and I want to say that I said in the first part, I mean the black guy, he was wearing glasses. I meant to say that he was wearing shades. He was wearing shades all the time, even inside the building, and he was only there for about 2 weeks, you know, not even 2 weeks. No, yeah, he was living there for about 2 weeks, and it was strange, because when he moved in, he didn't have any furniture or anything like that with him, you know. And when I went back to pack my stuff, after everything was over, all of a sudden, yeah, there's nobody living there anymore. So, like I said, he was just there to, just spike my drink and get out of there. They placed him there specifically for that reason. And another thing that I forgot to mention about the spoof calls, why I kept calling the number back, was because, when I first initially called, just to mess with them, and after I hang up, a spoof number called me right back. I mean, just right back after that. As soon as I hung up, a spoof number called me immediately right after that. So I knew that was them. That's how I knew that was them messing with me. So yeah, that's why I kept calling the number back and just taking them off. And that same month, everybody started to move out, because they figured like, oh man, we need to get rid of this guy, because this guy's, he's zoning in on us. And that's why they moved everybody out their apartment building, that was participating in it, or just had some knowledge of what was going on, about them monitoring me, because they were just moving in to kill me. And like I said, they didn't want people that are participating to see what was going to happen to me, because if they see what happened to me, they would know, like, all right, what we're taking, what they told us about this guy was a lie, like they killed him. So anyway, I'm gonna move forward. And where I left off, like, yeah, I was in Vegas at his spot, at my brother's spot, and I realized that I started feeling the same way that I was when that I was when I was over at my apartment. And I just was feeling really bad, and I told him, like, yo man, I feel like I'm about to die. Never to know that they were putting stuff in my food the entire time. And I told him, like, hey, take me to the hospital. And it was time for him to go to the hospital, and he's getting rest. He's taking his time. He's moving slow. He don't want to go lollygagging. I mean, I feel like I'm about to just drop dead. We hop out the car. I'm moving slow, because I feel like my heart is about to stop. I mean, my heart was like, the way I described the feeling, like, it just feel like real tender, like real tender, real soft, And I went to the hospital, and he's barely helping me out. He's walking like 10, 20 steps ahead of me. I'm like, damn, bro, like, I mean, these are just indicators to let me know that you was in it. You're not supporting me. You're not staying by my side, like, and when I went into the hospital, they drew my blood, and it was funny because they were taking a long time too. The doctor came back, and she said this is going to be a saline flush. And after, I mean, like, I never had a saline flush after, somebody draws your blood. No, nobody. That doesn't happen. Unless you're like in the hospital permanently. There's no reason that you're going to need a saline flush after they draw your blood. So I never had that happen before. So she came back after she drew my blood, and she's like, oh yeah, this is a saline flush. So she gave me that. And right after she gave me that, I mean, just a few minutes later, my heart started beating fast, started speeding up, So basically, they were trying to put me in a cardiac arrest. I mean, I'm talking about, like, like I said, these people I knew who was targeting me. I knew what was going on. I had documents, so they were trying to take me out, But when they gave me that, whenever she gave me that so-called saline flush, it wasn't no saline flush. Whatever it was like something just to boost my heart rate up so I could go into cardiac arrest. It didn't work, I still weathered that storm through, And right after that, I went back home, and my heart was I was just feeling tender, man. I was just taking my time walking, because it felt like, if I even ran like if I ran or if I moved too fast or something like that, I just felt like I was going to collapse. So I was just taking my time, just trying to just make sure I don't, collapse, because I know I'm in this by myself. And went back home. They said, "Oh, nothing's wrong with you." And you know what's the crazy part about that is? I never got the hospital bill. I never, because that's what I said, like, he was trying to cover up. I never got the hospital bill from me going to that hospital. I never got it. And I was waiting on the bill. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be expensive, because we didn't go to the VA. We went to another hospital. When I went over to his house, and I never got the bill. So I just let you know they were trying to cover. They don't want no documentation of anything. So yeah, went back to his house, and they were still. I was eating my cereal, and that's when I realized, he was putting stuff in my food. So my mom came. I'm trying to explain to her what's going on with me, and she's barely listening. Like I can see some guilt on her face. Like she's not really trying to help me. It's kind of like if I tell somebody what's going on, like, yo, let's get the lawyers, let's go to the police, let's file reports, let's let's get the camera footage. It's nothing like that. Nobody's trying to help me out, So I didn't suspect anything then, but I just, I was just noticing their behaviors. I'm studying their behaviors while I'm in their presence. Their behaviors is not lining up to what it should be if I tell you this. Come on, like if you tell me that somebody was shooting at you outside and you ran inside the house, and I'm telling you no, that ain't happened. Like, yo, like, come on, I'm telling you everything that's happening. You know what I mean? And you telling me no, it's not true. So anyway, we left. I went back home with my mom's, and I got there, and everything was cool for a couple of days. No, matter of fact, everything was not cool. I got back. They were hitting me with direct energy for about, 5. It's my first time getting hit with it, like 5 to 7 days straight. No, 5 to 6 to 7 days straight. Yeah. I was sweating like profusely. Because this stuff dehydrates you. My hands were just turning like white. Yeah, it was horrible, man. I was just like, man, God, just take me, just take my spirit, like, because if they're going to just keep doing this, this is too much. My insides, it felt like they was burning up. They were just using something, like, it just felt like just heat on my insides, And they were using something else on my head. It was I don't know what it was. It was like a low frequency beam, but they turned